any info on high blood pressure would be greatly appreciated. Sure. I did actually spend hours and days putting an ebook together for you. I just had so many requests over the couple years, and instead of just giving answers on live, so I did create a full ebook on how to actually stop the progression, how to actually reverse high blood pressure, and how to actually completely cure it. So then, if you're able to go to my website, and you can actually download the ebook, and you can actually just follow it. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Hey Marie, how are you? Good morning. I don't know what to do. It's Sunday morning. It's been raining non-stop, and we actually there's a snowfall on a mountain. It's all going white and foggy, and it's like 3 degrees outside. So from being like a plus 25 degrees 2 days ago to being a 3 degrees. So I'm standing here right beside the heater. I have it on. It's freaking cold. I wish I had my wood stove installed yet. Would have been nice. And Duke doesn't like to be here, so he's sitting in a tiny house right now because it's much cooler and much colder than here. It's insane. Hey D, how are you? Hey Duke. Duke is watching me. Check it out. How can I switch? He's watching me from the window. There's Duke. Duke, you wanna come in? He's like, who is he talking to? So this is what I'm doing today. I'm just sitting by the heater. It's freaking cold outside. It's rainy. And it's insane. Hey Sanchez, how are you? Let's see what he's doing. Oh, he's making a mess. Oh man. So what's going on, guys? I hope if we have a lot of fathers here. Happy Father's Day. It's Sunday. I hope you guys are doing good. Blessing from Uganda. Hey, thank you. I don't know if I'm gonna have coffee right now or not. This would be my 3rd cup if I end up having one. I already had 2. I think I'm gonna wait a bit. Maybe I'll have mushroom. Hey, somebody's knocking on the door. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, happy Father's Day, peeps. Cheers. Thank you. Africa, Uganda. I know where Uganda is, 100%. I used to have an uncle that used to live there back in the days. Don't. Hold on, guys. Leave my pillow alone, Duke. If you make a mess, I'll kick you outside. If you make a mess, I'll kick you outside, Duke. Yeah, he's starting to get a little bit. If you make a mess, I'll kick you outside. He's starting to make a mess now because he's stuck all day. He's been here all day. We've been here all day, me and Duke, and he's just he wants to play, of course. Look at him. He just wants to freaking play. Okay. Just don't make him mess. Because he hasn't gone outside today. He's frustrated. He's bored. He is. You gotta put... We went outside this morning, but he got like really, really wet. So I had to clean him up again. It's very, very muddy. So it's tough. It's tough to kind of keep him inside here sometimes. But what can I do? Right, Duke? You wanted to go outside. It's okay. It's wet, buddy. It's wet. We can't go outside just yet. It's very wet. I know. You wanna go? Go. Go outside by yourself. Get wet and come back in. Okay? What do you think? You wanna do it that way? Puts. Okay. What do you wanna do? You want some coffee? Or would you like a bone? You want a bone? Turkey neck? There's a lot of rain. If it wasn't wet, it would be nice to go outside and play. But the thing is, I don't know where to take you. Where do you want to go? Probably want to go play in the water? Your favorite spot, right? Well, we can't right now. It's really wet outside, and I have the heater on to keep the place warm. It's cold. What? What would you like to go? Duke is like, stop teasing me. I know. You want to go to the tiny house? Did you bring the ball? We can play in the tiny house. Here, come. Let's go to the tiny house. Come on. It's okay. Come. Come. Okay, where's your ball? Where's the ball? Why is this on the floor like that? Why is this on the floor? Hey, where's your ball? We can play here. It's much cooler. Oh, you want to go get it? Okay. But don't get wet. Okay, go get it and come back. Hurry up. Go get it. Get the ball and come back. Get the red one. Yeah, it's crazy. We have the heat on a mountain. Like, look at the mountain. It's all covered. There was snow this morning, but right now it's covered. So it's really, really cold. Like it's like 3 degrees outside. Beautiful view we have, but the thing is just the cold. You can't do anything. And it's wet. Like if it wasn't wet, it would be pretty amazing actually to play, but it's wet. Come on, Duke. Oh, he got his bone. Bring it up here. Come up here. Hurry up. Don't get wet. Yes. The view is beautiful. The only thing that I'm missing here is my wood stove. I wish the wood stove came in, like all the stuff that I need still for it. I have the AC on. Wow, we like winter in June. Yikes! Oh, it's crazy. Like, look at it. It's insane. Are the wood ticks bad out there? Yeah, we get them here quite a bit, but I do have a special spray that I bought. It actually has a whole bunch of what do you call it? Essential oils in it that we can actually. I spray them on Duke's paws and his belly and stuff, and so this way they don't actually attach onto him if there is any. And I put it on my like shoes and my clothing as well too, just in case. So it's kind of good. Duke, bring it here. Stop eating under the rain. Come on. He's just sitting under the rain eating the bone. Maybe I'll go back inside. He'll come up, hopefully. Yeah, month of June. It's usually month of June is a rainy season, which is not bad. But the problem is, it's last year was a rainy season for about 2.5 weeks, which is okay. But you know, when it's cold, like from last year when it was raining, it was actually in the high 15s and 16s. This year, because we've been getting so much maybe chemtrails and stuff, it's like in the low 3 degrees. It's insane. So you almost have to go outside and put a jacket on. So you almost have to put a jacket on, and I have my jacket in the greenhouse. So I left it there. Anyway, I gotta take my, I've been up since 4 today. I'm in Canada right now. I'm in BC. I haven't taken my supplement yet. I haven't had time. So I'm gonna take it right now. I have to take my stack. Hey Maurice, how Maurice feel today? I feel okay, actually not bad. What's your opinions on those chemtrails? Yeah, they're nice. They're trying to actually ruin our weather, and they're trying to actually add more heavy metals to our breathing atmosphere and to our soil. It's all bullshit. I also want to control all the farmers and everything we grow. It's crazy. So I got here, this is my little capsule stack that I take every morning. Usually I take them as soon as I wake up, but totally forgot. Oh, the chemtrails is good. It's crazy, you know why it pissed me off when I see the chemtrails? Because 2 days ago was plus 25 degrees, clear sky and everything. You go outside, you smell some nice fresh air. Not even an hour later, you look up the sky again and there's like chemtrails all over. There's like about 4 or 5 lines. And automatically, you look at the weather is supposed to be 25 degrees this whole week. And suddenly, 3 hours later, the weather changes. So we're having rain for the next 5 days. Rain and wet and cold for the next 5 days. Let's see where Duke is. If he's still outside, he's gonna come back. He's gonna be soaked with water. And he does that purposely, so he comes and actually jumps on my bed. Duke! Bring the bone and come back here, now. Come. Doesn't want to. Okay, I will leave him alone outside. What supplement you take? So what I take in the morning is a nitrate supplement to actually activate my nitric oxide. I take NMN and I take resveratrol. Now the only reason I take resveratrol is not so much for longevity, it's more for polyphenol effect. Polyphenols effect in resveratrol, after doing studies for multiple years on it and a lot of testing, it does actually lower soft plaque buildup, which is good. So it prevents your LDL from oxidizing. Can all supplements be taken together at the same time, or some should not? You could, yeah, like especially anything that is water soluble amino acid, you can take them together. Anything that is fat soluble, they should be consumed with food, of course. NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide. That's what I took. So I take about 500 milligrams. I take the resveratrol. It's a nano resveratrol with MCT for better absorption. Or else I wouldn't be taking. If resveratrol did not have the MCT in it, I wouldn't take it. I would have to actually mix my own MCT with it. So I'm just looking out for Duke. He's looking at the excavator. Yeah, the excavator is a shit. I will never actually use one. I will never buy one. I'll probably hire somebody to come and actually get it done, because actually a rock so much, your back will end up hurting. I try to actually straighten a road so I can make a road so I can come up with my car and go around the tree. So this way I have to constantly be backing up. But I would never buy one. Seriously, it was just I'm gonna call the company to actually come and do the water line for me, because it will take me like probably 4 or 5 days to finish a trench of like 300 feet for my water. So I'm just gonna get somebody to come and do it. They'll come and get it done with a 40-ton excavator, and they'll probably get it done within like a half a day. Compared to me on that small little thing, will take me like almost 4 or 5 days to finish it. I was planning to buy one next year, but I don't think I will anymore. I'm glad that I actually had a chance to test it out. It's crazy. You made a mistake yesterday with that, yikes, but today you better. Yeah, and the exhaust, the smell of the exhaust and everything was brutal. Like, it gave me a headache for like an hour or so, and all that exhaust, you end up smelling it. It's insane. I would never recommend it. Look, you're wet. You're freaking wet. Your back is wet. Everything is wet. He's like, don't touch me. You're wet. Look at that. Look at that. All water. Yeah, toxic poison, 100%. Like yesterday when I actually had to move it again. Oh yeah, jump on my bed. Get it all wet. I'm gonna wash it. Okay, 1 second. He's trying to take my pillow off. Leave my pillows alone. Don't do that, please. You're wet. Don't. Everything is wet and full of mud. Shoot. Gonna make me wash everything, which is fine, whatever. I'll wash it. Just don't wreck it, please. What can I do? Do I yell at him? No, I can't. Yes, toxic poison, would never recommend it. Seriously, it's insane. Yes, mud all over the place. It's funny, he comes in, he's full of water and muddy, and he knows it pisses me off when he does that, so he comes and he does it right in the kitchen, so he gets mud all over the place. And he's doing that purposely. If he's gonna do it one more time, I'm gonna kick him outside. It's crazy. Thanks, Duke. Now you're gonna make me clean all over again. And he just sprayed my new cabin that I was building. What can I do? Hi, Maurice. When one feels a sensitive feeling on your left chest, could it be stomach or heart issue? It's pancreas issue. It's your pancreas. Burning sensitive feeling. Yeah, that's your pancreas. Your duct, either they're... Oh yeah, he's taking my pillow out. I'm gonna go outside. Either your duct is probably getting junked up, or possibly overusage of your pancreas. Dude, come on. Come. I'm gonna keep you here in a tiny house. Yes. Back up. Gotta fix my bed's full of mud from Duke. Give me a second. Duke. There we go. Oh man, it's all wet. Where is he? Hey Pearl, how are you? How do you butter a pancreas? You gotta take digestive enzymes and stop stimulating your pancreas. The only reason you're overstimulating your pancreas, you're probably, I don't know, how's your diet like? If you're overeating or you're having too many meals, or you're eating too much carbohydrates. So what happened is you're causing overstimulation of your pancreas, and sometimes eating too much fiber or eating too much oil will actually cause that, specifically olive oil. Is rice water effective for losing weight? Seeing some TikTok trend. That's all bullshit. Do you actually believe that? They're taking like a white rice or water rice in the morning, spiking your insulin. All that stuff is not good. It's just a trend that people are trying to kind of make money off. Oh yeah, Duke is bored. He's going after my glue. Does spicy food affect your pancreas? Very minimal. Very minimal. Mostly chili or anything that is more than 90,000 heat units. Green tea is good for insulin. It's not bad. It's more for the polyphenols. Hello and greeting from Canada to you. Hey, Dr. Yuri. Bad. Did you study my potassium dose? Did you study my potassium doses? 4,500 milligrams as per Dr. Berg, or do you keep to Codex Omnitorius? Will excessive animal fat from your diet or meat cause the pancreas to overstimulate? Yes. Yes, it does that. But most of the fat that actually overstimulates your pancreas sometimes is monounsaturated fats. 99 milligrams, it's only 99 milligrams. It's very, very small for the potassium. And you do need based on Dr. Eric Berg, he did recommend 4,500 milligrams. And based on some scientific literature, it does say anywhere between 4,000 to 6,000 milligrams of potassium is required. I have emphysema from obstetric insulation. What do you recommend to treat this? Send me a message in regards to that. We can kind of discuss it in specific. Thank you, Duke. He's ripping the box apart. He's trying to actually waste all his energy. What are your hobbies? What are my hobbies? So I used to do boxing. Then I did personal training, bodybuilding. Then most of my hobbies right now have been fishing and hunting. But I haven't been going fishing because of Duke since I got him. But I'm gonna actually keep him here one day, couple days, and actually go fishing. But I need to fix my kayak. And with the weather we have right now, has been preventing me from doing anything. But that is actually nice for a fishing weather. It's just I hate going in the water when it's like that, because I do like kayak fishing, and the kayak fishing, what happens is you're very close to the water. You're always gonna get wet. So if it's not nice and sunny, you're not gonna enjoy it. So what kind of diet can you have to keep a pancreas healthy? Should I remove fat from meat? It's not whether removing fat from meat, it's pretty much the stuff that you're actually consuming. So what actually overstimulates the pancreas is too much carbohydrates, too much fiber, too much olive oil. And that's what actually overstimulates. But the problem is if you're not doing any of that stuff, it's 99% of the time is your digestive enzymes. Your pancreas is not releasing proper enzymes anymore. So there's a lot of things to look into. Thank you, Duke. I've been having pain both sides of my ribs. It goes to the back. Doc said it could be ulcers. It's not whether it's ulcers or not. We'll have to probably do like a blood test to kind of find out a little bit more what's happening. Olive oil not healthy for pain. It's not whether it's not healthy. The monounsaturated fats puts a lot of stress on your pancreas stimulation. It's not whether it's healthy or not. It just puts a lot of stress on that. And when it puts a lot of stress on that, it will actually cause issues. You're ruining my weather. It will cause issues. So nothing wrong with olive oil. It's just the way it's processed, the way it's made, the monounsaturated fats in it. And the problem is whether it's actually the one you're buying is being cold pressed or not. If it's not being cold pressed, it could be causing the issue. Or whether it's been oxidized with high levels of omega-6s. What can help with dysuria in the blood? Please, I can't talk about that. I'll get banned, but you do have to use heavy quercetin and heavy curcumin. Ghee or olive oil for cooking? Ghee. We never use olive oil for cooking because it's going to oxidize. He's trying to actually chew the glue. I don't know why he's doing that. Duke, if you do that, I'll kick you outside. You're made a mess already here. So what do you guys do? Like if you have a dog and the weather is really bad, what the hell do I do? He's messing my things up because he doesn't want to go outside and get wet. Duke, if you don't stop, I'm gonna put you outside in the water. Coconut oil and ghee is good for cooking. Yes, 100%. They both have high temperature. My dog does not like the rain. This guy does not like the rain either. He just is making a mess here. There is wood. He likes to chew on my wood. I got my tools here. Come here, dude. Come see what I got you. Give me a second, guys. I have to respond very, very quickly to a quick message I received. Give me a second, please. Someone else had to do it for me. What are you doing, Duke? By the way, guys, I am running a video call, a webinar, or a Zoom coming up this Saturday. So this is gonna be our first video Zoom. So if you guys are interested, it's gonna be done on Google Meet, and I can only accept like a handful of users. I did send out an email this morning. If you want to go ahead, if you guys want to sign up for it, because Jazz, I saw your email. Thanks so much for signing up for it. And definitely, if you guys can book the time, it's going to be a nice Zoom video. It'll be seriously about cardiovascular disease and all that stuff. Sorry, I had to charge for it. Very, very small amount, just because if I have to use the software, I still have to pay for it. If we can get like maybe 30 to 50 people, I think would be great. That will kind of cover the cost, but we'll have it. It's all going to be, this topic is going to be in regards to cardiovascular diseases. It's going to be in regards to cholesterol. I'll go in depth into it. LDL, if you guys are worried about your LDL, it's not the main cause, but we'll talk about all that stuff. We'll even talk about some processed food. So I'll do like a full hour, and after the hour, I'll do like a Q&A. And I know every time I always say that, and we'll end up doing like a Q&A at the end, and it'll end up taking us another 40 minutes or even more. So I'm gonna be quite flexible. So I do have the Zoom or the Google Meet for a full hour plus. So I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. So I have the link under my profile bio. If you guys want to go ahead and sign up for it, would be great. June is Men's Health Month, boss. Sounds good. So yeah, let's do it. So it's gonna be next Saturday. It's gonna be my time, 7 a.m. So everybody's different zone, but it'll be fine. It'll be perfect. So definitely, you guys check it out. Let me know. But if I don't get enough people, then I'll have to actually reschedule for another week. I need to sleep again. Emotionally, long day. I'm gonna actually make some coffee. If I make coffee, that would be my third cup, or maybe I should make like a mushroom coffee. Yeah, I'll make a mushroom. Maybe mushroom coffee. Usually I don't come in that early. It's a different crowd we get, different people. Not many questions today. We need to do a barter and trade for your coffee. Yeah, no kidding. I need to get you a big screen for your live chats. I like my little screens. You have AFib and you drink coffee. I fixed my AFib. I don't have AFib anymore. I got it fixed. Okay, maybe coffee. I keep sleeping today lots. You need some coffee, D. Go make some coffee. I'll make some right now, too. My back's starting to hurt from freaking standing. I don't know why do I keep standing and I have a chair. Would like to actually stop raining so we can go outside and play with Duke for like an hour so I can exhaust him a bit. AFib and fish oils. Yeah, fish oils works not bad. Excessive caffeine leads to HTN. What is HTN? I'm making coffee too. Okay, coffee and black hurts too. Maurice, I had 1500 milligrams of tyrosine and a cup of coffee with it and couldn't sit still. It was too powerful. Tyrosine and coffee, that's interesting. Tyrosine and coffee. So did you mix it together or just separate? I'm gonna try that out. No, coffee does not cause hypertension. Whoever told you that is bullshit. Coffee does actually makes you lose certain minerals that it could actually conflict with your blood pressure, but it does not cause directly. It's indirectly. Coffee roots blood pressure. No, it doesn't, guys. It has nothing to do with the blood pressure. Not directly. Indirectly by actually losing some minerals. But if you actually, guys, fix some of these minerals, you should be fine. Trust me, I've done the research, I've done the studies, I've done the research and the blood testing behind it and everything. It's a diuretic and a stimulant. Even though it's a diuretic and even though it's a stimulant has nothing to do with heart health, if anything, because it actually directly reduces certain minerals in our bodies that are required to actually maintain flexibility of your arteries. It does cause that in certain individuals, but that's all fixable. I had my tablet, then drank coffee afterward. Strong one is okay, that aren't. I couldn't sit still. Already had 4 miles earlier, no more training today. It's funny, when I take, you're taking L-tyrosine. I usually do L-theanine. Okay, I'm going to do it right now, Ben. Okay, guys, Ben just gave me an idea. We're going to try it. We're gonna make some coffee, but before I drink my coffee, I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna take like 3,000 milligrams of taurine. Not taurine. I mean, sorry, L-tyrosine. Ben, you said L-tyrosine, right? Or taurine? 1,500 milligrams of L-tyrosine. It doesn't work same, then I'm not sure. Okay, give me a second. Let me grab my bottle. There you go. So I got my tyrosine. What's the date on this stuff? I haven't used this for a while. Oh, 2025. See, every scoop of this, Ben, this is about 5,000 milligrams. So you only took 1500. So I'm gonna take half. So that's probably, okay. This is about 5,000 milligrams of taurine, of tyrosine. Let's go by half. So this is about 2,500 milligrams of tyrosine. So I took about 25, maybe 3,000 milligrams of tyrosine. Now I'm gonna actually have some coffee, and we're gonna see just gonna see what's gonna happen. Maybe it might be just you, Ben, but we'll see. Whoever has tyrosine, if you guys wanna try it, D, since you're falling asleep and you're tired today, so go get yourself take about 1,000 milligrams or 1,500 milligrams of tyrosine on an empty stomach, then drink your coffee. So that's what I'm doing right now, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. How to take a creatine powder? I can consume continuously. You can take up to 60 grams of creatine. It doesn't actually cause any issues in your body or any harm. I've done 60 grams of creatine daily for almost a whole year, and it does not conflict with your creatinine levels or anything like that, guys. So 100% safe. It's really good for memory enhancement. Do you have tyrosine often or no? Sometimes I do, yes. Sometimes I don't, on and off. It depends how I feel in the mood, whether, you know, I'm feeling a little bit stressed or not. So I would actually take the tyrosine. Good morning from Toronto. Hey, Danny, how are you? Good morning from BC over here. How tyrosine? Well, tyrosine technically is actually good for your thyroid. It gives you the energy that you require, but at the same time, it does help the body to go into relaxation stage where you don't have that mind where it's running at 100 miles an hour, which is nice to have. The most benefit I got when I did the 60 grams mostly was brain function, brain enhancement, mood recovery, which was actually amazing. But anything else for like muscle increase or anything like that, it's all the same as taking 5 grams. What can my daughter take for irregular heartbeat? You can download my ebook on irregular heartbeat. It's called Heart Arrhythmia, and actually you can get that fixed very, very easily. Wow, an espresso measure. Okay, down the hatch. Oops. Let's make some espresso shot. We just had our tyrosine. Never had actually tyrosine. I've always had L-theanine with my coffee. It kind of helps me go into relaxation mode, and it helps me focus quite good. Louis, download the ebook if you get a chance. It actually has all the information you need. Can I drink a black coffee with MCT and my hydrolyzed collagen? Oh yeah, 100% you could. 100% you could do that, and I do that sometimes, most of the time. Let's turn on the oven. Why am I aware of my heartbeat all the time? You're actually deficient in potassium when you actually hear your heart or feel your heart. Maurice, now I can feel like how I did when younger with no supplements, but now to feel the same, do same running time, etc. I need supplements, otherwise not easy. Yeah, the only way that happens is just, you know, once we age and sometimes we become too stiff, we don't actually move as we used to, we're not as flexible. Like, come on, you know, when we work, you know, 10 hours straight. By the time we come home, we're so exhausted that we don't feel like moving, and yet the kids, or when we're younger, we're constantly moving, constantly stretching, constantly doing squats. We're constantly allowing our body to be in a moving phase all the time. And of course, our enzymes are intact. when we actually grow a little bit older, our enzymes becomes depleted quite a bit, and that causes an issue. And it's all causes an issue because, you know, like you mentioned as well, mitochondria boosting supplement is very, very important for our heart health, because you need to give your body the raw form, especially anything to come to do with ATP, mitochondria. That's what actually a powerhouse your cells and your body, so you can actually feel alive again. I did a mitochondria test when I had my heart attack back in 2015 or so, and it was due to my mitochondria was below 15%. So that's very, very low, very low. Thank you. Question: diagnosed with cervical surgeon, dizziness, tired, physio, acupuncture, nothing seems to work. Any advice? Send me a message in regards to that, please. I'll send you some information, Danny. And one banana a day, okay, for potassium. I have iHerb chloride too, but has potassium too. Yeah, one banana is fine. It's just the amount of potassium you get with the kind of fights off with the uptake, the sugar, the fructose from the banana. So you're not gonna get as much potassium as you should. That's why it's probably better to kind of get the potassium from avocado or pomegranate or sweet potato. How do they test your mitochondria with blood? Yeah, there was a blood test you can actually do, and it's in the US. I did it. They actually check your mitochondria, they check your amino acid profile, they check your nutrient profile as well for vitamins, just to see what you're deficient in. And my mitochondria was below 15%. My niacin was depleted. My vitamin C was depleted. So it's pretty interesting what I got. And keep in mind, I was following like almost like a vegan diet, and I was on statins back in the day. So all that stuff was like destroyed, completely destroyed. I have one avocado a day. Is that enough for potassium daily? Not really, no. You need at least two. When you did mitochondria and you was 15%, was this before or ever took coenzyme? That was right after they had the heart issue. I was not on coenzyme Q10, D-ribose, creatine, none of that stuff. That was back like a long time ago. Where did you buy the test? The test came from the US. It was from, I'll have to check. They don't do it here in Canada. You actually have to have a doctor where he can actually withdraw the blood. They have to put it into that infusion thing that runs for 28,000 cycles per minute. Then they actually have to put it on an ice pack and ship it to the US. So right now my mitochondria is in the upper 70s. Recently, when I'm doing the D-ribose, creatine, NMN, resveratrol, doing the nitric oxide, all that stuff that I'm taking, and very, very high amounts of polyphenols. Give me a second, guys. Sorry guys, let me just forget to put the MCT oil and all that. How do I find your ebooks? If you click on my picture profile in the top corner there, then you can go to my main page. If you go to my main page, then you can actually access my ebooks, Louis. Let me know if you found it. If not, I can maybe do like a picture on it or something. Give me a second, guys. Ben, I used to think I knew a lot about nutrition, Maurice, until I see your videos. I learned so much and realize I know very little until I watch lots of your videos and how to help my heart health. Thank you, Ben. I really appreciate that. But you know, I think you probably have probably same knowledge as me, or probably even better at some degrees as well too, right? So the thing is with me, I did spend a lot of time researching and studying the heart quite a bit in details, and it was not easy. Sometimes I get lost in my own stuff. It's but I had to go so much further on a lot of the testing. The testing was very, very important to me. A black coffee with magnesium citrate will make you 5 pounds lighter in less than half hour. Yeah, no kidding. I wonder why. I wonder why, Jazz. Oh yeah, so we got my coffee, my espresso shot. This is Ben's idea, guys. He's on YouTube. So we got tyrosine. I took roughly about maybe 2,000 or 2,500 milligrams, and now we did the coffee, the espresso shot with some MCT. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. If I'm gonna be bouncing or not. I'm probably gonna go outside and play with the rain. Ben, I've been up since 4 o'clock. I've already had like two coffee shots. So, but maybe this can actually wake me up, and I hope Dee's doing the same thing, guys. Cheers, coffee. Marie, and Dee, you guys were gonna get some coffee going as well too. See, I think when we do the video Zoom, I think it'll be good. Why am I having peppery feelings on the feet? Peppery? You put milk in coffee? I don't put milk in coffee. I put MCT oil. Hold on, guys. Duke is knocking on the door. He wants to come in. Maurice, why do you feel more tired when we sleep sometimes? I don't think will work as good if you're awake from very early. I wake up early every day. Like I'm usually in bed by about 9:30, 10. I still wake up about 4. If I actually sleep beyond 4, if it's like I sleep all the way till about 6 longer, you actually get more tired and more exhausted, because what happens is there's a circadian level set for every individual. Without having, I never used the alarm in the past 10 years. Once that circadian level is set, no matter what time you fall asleep, you're always gonna wake up at that same time, because that's your performance peak. And if you actually push that performance peak to say, okay, I want to stay in bed for an extra hour or so, and you fall asleep, you can actually wake up very tired. Gotta open the door for Duke. Come on in, boy. Come on in. Come on in. Thanks for making a big mess. Did you take a little nap? Yeah? So that's why when my family comes over, or sometimes I go over for Christmas and all that stuff, we stay up till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes drinking wine with the family. It's just once in the occasion, or we'll end up having cheeses. And we all, everybody goes to sleep. Everybody wakes up probably about 10, 11 a.m. I still up by 4 o'clock. I'm still taking Duke out for a walk 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what the hell am I waking up at 4? But you can't help it. What's the best to take to have energy? I'm always so tired. You can do, so energy is feeding your body the raw form. The raw form are, trace minerals that contain magnesium. You got creatine and D-ribose. How do we work out best times for ourselves, keep awake to feel peak most time? Best time to work out would be in the evening. You work out in the evening, you're going to put on muscle mass. You work out in the morning, you're going to actually work your weight loss factor. You guys like my cup? Okay, so this is I gotta explain something for you guys. Last week I was doing a chat. Somebody was making fun of my cup that I had like coffee stain on it. So my coffee cup and how I make my espresso, guys. I just wanted to be very clear, so you guys don't think I don't wash my cup or anything like that. I don't. Technically, back in Italy, I did a study, and to actually have the best coffee tasting, you always have that same cup of coffee with that same type of machine, and you're not supposed to actually wash them, because when you wash them, you're re-exposed, like say the stainless steel and others, and that coffee will never taste the same. So you almost want to kind of allow the coffee to actually become part of that cup, so you can actually enjoy it every time. So this coffee cup, since I've been here, okay, I don't wash it, and I just rinse it a little bit with water, but I refill it, and that's how you actually maintain the coffee flavor. Because if I actually wash it or do the same with my espresso machine, then you're gonna actually have that hint of that stainless steel or that oxidization in your coffee. So when it comes down to coffee, that's the only reason the cup would be like this. And nobody touches this cup, only me. I just put it on the side and that's it. I have like 5 other cups the same, but for only for guests. But this one does not get washed. How do you warm up your cup, Maurice, before you have the coffee? I'm going to try. So what I do is, so I'll put a little bit of water in this, roughly as much for my cup. Boil the water. Once the water is boiled, put it in a small coffee cup and let it sit there for at least a minute while you're actually making your espresso. So the coffee is nice and warm, and once you put the espresso in it, it's not going to actually oxidize. And that's why you get a lot of people that actually drink black coffee like me. They don't like it because it actually oxidizes the coffee and it becomes more lemony or citrusy. So then you take this, and this is what this is already hot, and this one is getting heated. So this one's already warm. So I pour the espresso in this. So this way the temperature does not fluctuate. Then I would actually take the coffee, put it in the blender with MCT oil, blend it, put it back in this, put it on top of the stove for about 30 seconds on super low heat to maintain the temperature. Then I take the coffee that's already been blended, already been heated. I empty the water from my coffee cup and I pour it in. And that's how I actually make my espresso every single day, 3 times a day. And that's how I actually maintain the flavor without causing any oxidization or anything happening to the coffee itself. Cheers, guys. Very clever, you think, to do that. Well, I'm a big fan of espresso, and when I actually start drinking coffee almost about 8-10 years ago, I've always wanted like a perfect cup, and every time, like, it's funny, any store I've gone to and I've asked for an espresso shot, it always comes out citrusy and disgusting. I'm like, and you tell the guys, the coffee shop, I'm like, why don't you guys make it correctly? He's like, well, this is how we make it, but everybody asks to put dairy or milk with it. You don't, you drink it black. And the problem is, so when they put milk to it, they actually hide the citrus or this, from being oxidized. So I had to actually think about it. The only reason it's coming out that way is not so much the coffee or the way it's actually compressed or how much pressure they put in the beans. It's pretty much the coffee cups, whether they're actually being heated correctly or not. So that's where the tip is. The trick is to actually get your cup very, very proper temperature, actually. This first espresso I've had in years. Okay, I feel awake again now. Perfect. The right way is not to wash the actual machine that makes coffee, but the cup needs to be cleaned. Well, the coffee machine has never been washed, or the cup. Like this is, you're gonna have some coffee stain in it in the bottom, but I'll never wash it. I just have it. I know I'm gonna be drinking through this at least 2 3 times. I don't like to use soap. I don't really like to use chemical bullshit that corporations will try to actually push on us, and that's why we end up overusing it, and we end up causing so much heavy metals and other toxic effect in our bodies. So I think all that stuff should never be touched. Maurice, best way to add muscle tissue while losing body fat. On your old videos, you have good muscle tissue and low body fat percentage. Very impressive. So the best way to do that, and this is what I've been following for multiple years, is I shift all my carbohydrates to last meal of the day. But as well, being on a carnivore diet, it was not easy to actually maintain muscle mass, because you end up a little bit losing a little bit of the volume, and some people blame it because not enough carbohydrates in the diet. But what you can do is your first meal should always consist of high protein, high fat, and your last meal you could actually have some carbohydrates only in the evening, and that's how you can actually maintain low body fat percentage, very low body fat percentage, but maintain a proper muscle mass as well too. And you maintain the integrity and the elasticity of your cells, of your skin as well. And this is crucial for anybody to actually wants to have low body fat percentage and maintain good health. But the problem is having too low of a body fat comes with consequences. So I've always had 6% body fat, 8% body fat. Sometimes I even drop to even less when I'm out here. But the problem is you have to be careful, because you will be very sensitive to certain foods. You can actually have inflammation factors very easily. So you just have to be careful, and you can't just live all year long on low body fat. I do it, but I have other things that I actually put into the diet to prevent such inflammation. That's why I actually take a nitrate supplement, creatine. I take certain supplements just to kind of maintain that. And I still do a carb load. I don't do it on a daily basis, being on a carnivore. I only do it once a week. And that's when my carb load kind of comes in. And I think I spoke in regards to this on one of my videos, I believe. Is D-mannose good for UTI? Oh yeah, 100%. But you have to take 500 milligrams every 2 hours for 5 days. After 5 days, you check yourself. How do you feel? Is there any bladder issues still or not? If there is, then you actually you cycle again after that 5 days. So you go 5 days on, 2 days off, see how you feel. If it's gone, that's it. You don't use D-mannose anymore. If it's not, you do another 5 days. But you gotta take 500 milligrams of D-mannose every 2 hours for 5 days straight. And that's the only way you can actually fix UTI. And UTI is not just for women, as well for male as well. Any burning sensation, any issues with bladder, you can definitely do that same process. And it works amazing. So you would only use D-ribose, guys, just for emergency purposes, and it does actually work, and you can actually fix your UTI very, very fast and very effective. Very effective. Menopause, Maurice, I'll ask for us gals, wild yam and black cohosh. What was biggest difference you realized when taking 60 grams of mostly brain function, energy? Seriously, like energy nonstop. You're almost in a high energy zone the whole time. And it's funny because since I did that, that's been roughly about 2-3 years ago I did it. The energy that I get still till today has to do some kind of reflect, because I got massive energy and massive brain waves were actually working way better. I can actually concentrate better. I can actually retain information way better and stuff. And I'm able to actually jump from one subject to another with no issues. And I haven't done this for almost 2 or 3 years with the creatine, but I still feel it till today, to be honest with you. I have not changed other than dropping my creatine back again down to about 5 to 10 grams. So yeah, I have 10 grams daily. I usually take 5 grams in the morning and 5 grams after I train. Hello, Maurice. Is magnesium chelated good? Just I get my ionic magnesium. It's not bad. It's just your body does not absorb as much. D-manganose provides energy for heart. I haven't really tested that, Jazz, yet. Mostly for UTI, but maybe I'll look into it because it is a sugar molecule. But what's good for the heart is D-ribose. I don't know if D-manganose would actually have similar effect as D-ribose or not to actually boost up your ATP level or your mitochondria. What about eating according to blood type as cannot eat red meat according to study? That's bullshit. Because even myself, eat right for your blood type for A+. I am A+. It says in the book, I have read the book, it says that I actually thrive on soy. Give me a freaking break. How can somebody thrive on soy? And soy is man-made product. And no, that eat right for your blood type is actually being sponsored by pharmaceuticals and corporations. How much creatine per day? Anywhere between 5 to 10 grams. What causes UTI? It's a parasite issue. It's many things. It could be hygiene issues sometimes. How do you keep up with all the questions? I don't know. My mind just runs at 100 miles an hour. I'm able to answer both questions. I was going to actually get a third phone so I can have Instagram running as well too. Imagine having 3 videos. What fish oil would you recommend, Maurice? iHerb, any other? The only fish oil I would recommend, anything that has more DHA than EPA, because DHA does not actually oxidize. EPA does. So if you can get yourself anything with high DHA, like we're talking about 90% DHA, maybe less than 10% EPA, that would be the ideal thing. Sometimes you can find cod liver oil will offer that. Sometimes certain companies will actually extract it from algae oil, sorry. Any fish oil brand you recommend? Right now, I do take a local company, a Canadian local company that actually has 98% DHA, and that's the one I actually take. Now I've had a couple coffee, I think could match. Sounds good. Hey, looking forward, D. Let me know how it goes. Cheers. Is that a dual drive NAS up on the shelf? A which? Is that a dual drive? Where do you see that? There on the top? Any fish oil brand? Is there anything that you can improve end-stage heart failure? Yeah, book a time with me. Then I can actually help you with that and maybe save your life from having issues. What is that weak box? Weak? Where is that weak box? Which one? What are you talking about? This? This is for my French roast. NAS. NAS, what the hell? What are you looking at? This is my sensor. When somebody actually tried to enter to the land or my main gate, it goes off. So I know somebody's there. It's a sensor. Okay, it looks like Western Digital NAS. Oh, yeah, this is a sensor. I actually have 4 sensors hooked up to this. One in the crown land. That's when I know when coyotes or black bears are coming. One across. This way I know when... oops. And I have one, that's when I know Karen is, my neighbor is watching us, me and Duke. I have one on the other side where the water is. That's usually where we get most of the black bears coming in. And one at the front in the gate. Maurice has amazing consultation. I still have to implement thought. Come on, D, you have to get on to the protocol and start following it correctly. You have to. Where do you store all your data if not on just on the cloud? Or I don't care. If my data gets lost, it gets lost. It's all in my brain right now. Can some people with end-stage heart failure not react positively to coenzyme Q10 L-carnitine, or can always reverse it slightly? I'm not seeing any studies with no positive effects on injection fraction. I'm doing a video on that for you, but all studies show positive effect in some ways that I have ever Red. The problem is, if a person is doing the same protocol, taking these supplementation and not feeling a difference, sometimes they're not gonna feel a difference right away. It might take maybe a couple months or a year. It depends how depleted they are. But and it all depends on the lifestyle, because the lifestyle plays a huge role. So imagine a person is trying to actually fix their heart disease, or they're trying to actually increase their ejection fraction, but yet they're still eating their processed food, they're still eating their heavy processed grains and everything else, not following a good diet. And these guys is gonna take a very, very long time, and sometimes it might not even fix the issue because their lifestyle is not changing. You have to change your lifestyle, you have to change your stress level, you have to change your physical activity. There's a lot of things you actually have to actually enhance and allow the supplementation to actually work correctly. um, but there was only one study that I came across where it was a study on niacin to actually control cholesterol. Anybody following a bad diet, even like the shit diet, for example, if they take niacin, they can actually still control their lipids without oxidization. Yes, same. All studies I have read positive impact, but most studies. But I'm gonna actually do a video on that. I'm gonna go quite a bit on depth. I know it's just gonna take me a couple hours to actually uh, pull all the information from a lot of the scientific literature and from my past experience and put it all together. Cannot trust cloud. I don't trust cloud at all. But what can I do? It is something that I have to use temporary for now till I actually figure out something. I used to have a hard drive that I used to actually store all my good data and videos in it, but I haven't been using it for a while. Guys, if you have a chance to register to my video webinar that I'm actually gonna be hosting next Saturday, you guys go to my website and register. I know it's only a few dollars just to kind of cover the cost. If you want me to make it even cheaper, I'll try. But definitely, if you guys register for it, I think we can cover a lot of good quality information in regards, because this topic is going to be directly on cardiovascular, cholesterol, and LDL levels. We'll talk a little bit about process, but if it does go well, then maybe I can start doing these meetings on a weekly basis, and every week will be a uh, different title, different conversation. Let me show you what Duke's outside right now. Do you ever wake up at night for we, Maurice? Is this bad every so often? Not often. So to prevent a person from waking up in the middle of the night to actually urinate, and sometimes it prevents you from going back to sleep, is because what happened is your bladder is not being relaxed. So the best way to actually help the bladder being relaxed is to actually take magnesium glycinate, minimum 200 to 400 milligrams with your stack. And that will actually allow your body to go into a relaxation stage where you don't have to actually wake up in the middle of the night to urinate. You actually will be able, your bladder will be strong enough to actually hold it till the morning. Oh, JD, check it out. Like I did the ceiling. I got more wood. I was gonna actually finish my plan was to actually finish the walls this weekend, but it's so heavy rain hasn't stopped from raining, and I haven't been able to actually go outside and cut wood and actually get it done. And I got a little excavator. Somebody was lending it to me, but I don't think I'll ever want to drive an excavator again. I drove it just to try to do like a small road by the container, but the smell of the exhaust and all that stuff is brutal. It gave me such a headache yesterday for like 2 hours. I don't think I ever want to use it. I'm just gonna call Isaac to come and do the water line for me, because the water line is very important and I didn't want to take the chance. But yeah, I was just trying to make a small road up here so I can come up with the car, go around the tree and come back down. Well, very cloudy there today, Maurice. So nice. It is beautiful scene, but it's chilly. Like I woke up this morning, is 3 degrees. Right now it's roughly about 9 degrees. Where did Duke go? I can. I have my other shoes right now. I don't want them to get wet. Duke, I still have so much wood. I gotta burn. Oh, I'm getting wet here. Where are you? He's somewhere. It's freaking wet. Do you think cold plunge is good? I don't do it, but lots of people say feels so good after. My friend did it and cooked for hours and go ill. I don't know if there's real studies behind it or not. I do it more of a cold shower more than cold plunge. I did try cold plunges a couple times, didn't really enjoy it much, but I don't know if it's how good it is. I think some people will like it, some people not. It's almost like you're shocking your body. Same here in Logan Lake, wet and cold should improve by mid next week. Yeah, it's kind of, I know June is almost like a rainy season, but would have been nice to actually have some good weather. I just wanted to finish a few things because I know when the family comes over end of this month, I just wanted to have all the inside done, but it's been preventing me from doing that. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of cold plunges. I think here in Canada, since we are exposed to a lot of cold atmosphere quite a bit, and I tend to be outside most of the time, even if it's a minus 30. I think that's probably plenty enough. But same here. I hope you do the smart thing and use metal siding. Be safe. Yes, 100%. Do you exercise? If yes, what kind? I do exercise. I used to lift a lot of heavy weights, but I haven't for a while. Thanks so much, Mama Angel. But I haven't for a while because I did damage my bicep. So right now I'm just doing a lot of resistant training, mostly with this stuff here, the elastics. But these elastics are anywhere between 200 to 400 pounds. I don't do cardio. I don't do cardio. I think cardio is bullshit. If you want to do anything, you should be doing HIIT, high intensity interval training, not really real cardio. Or sometimes me and Duke, we run down all the way down to the bottom and all the way back up. We do that probably about 2 or 3 times a day or every other day, and that could be my HIIT training. Gary Brecka charges people 100,000 to tell them common sense. Eat natural foods and supplement depend on your health situation, which organs need support, etc. Why do people fall for it? People fall for it, and I do have a lot of patients who actually fall for it, and they come back and tell me, we wasted so much money on Gary Brecka, bullshit, because this guy is very smart in his marketing. He hired a good team, and they're buying his equipments for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and yet you can do the basics and you can actually for a fraction of the cost. Do you not enjoy cardio, Maurice? I like slow run with relaxing sounds on nature. I don't like, there's no point of actually, jogging or anything like that. Walk, I definitely would go for walks in the nature or maybe run up and down the hill back and forth. That's about it. But to do like a slow run, you actually cause more of an issue than to actually help with recovery. So not really a big fan of it much. And it's not really ideal for the heart. If you go back in history, we never really jogged. We never really did any of these activities. The only time is we would run away from like a wild animal, for example. And that's where the HIIT training comes in hand. Hey Maurice, what are your thoughts on taking methylfolate? If you have issues with methylation, where your homocysteine is not converting correctly to methionine, then yes, methylfolate or methylcobalamin will definitely help, only if you have a homocysteine issue. Keep in mind that's one factor of blood pressure or one factor of heart disease. Maurice, how does running affect recovery? Does it slow it down? Well, HIIT training, the whole idea with the HIIT training, high intensity interval training, is to actually go as fast, run as fast as possible and do the walk after, for a minute or so. And the whole idea is to actually go back into a recovery mode as fast as possible. And that's how you know your heart is actually doing so well. But if you're actually constantly doing slow movement cardio or fast cardio all the time, you're not really giving your heart time to actually go into a high intensity and go back into recovery again. So recovery is very important, but recovery in such a short time. So you might do like 30-second sprint run and maybe 2 minutes walk. And maybe after 3 months, now that 2 minutes walk becomes a 1 minute walk. So the whole idea is about recovery rate. What do you think of grounding? I do grounding daily, Mama Angel. I used to do it outside, step for about 10, 15 minutes every day, bare feet. If it's cold, I used to do it for about 6 minutes. And now, since I have the bed sheet, I'm grounded for about 6 hours while I'm sleeping. Horse riding is, I wish I can have a horse here. Would be nice, probably very expensive. What is the best exercise for heart patients? Is HIIT training. Doing it maybe 3 times a week, 20, 25 minutes. That's all your body requires. That's all your heart requires. Or, if you have like a big hill like I have here, run all the way to the bottom. And or maybe like sometimes the way I do it is I walk down and I run up. And you do that once or twice, that's all you need. I'm joining you starting carnivore on Friday. Perfect. Awesome. Let's go all the way out, all the way in. Meat and eggs. And keep me updated. Let me know how it goes. I know I was gonna write some information for you. I just haven't had time. Just been busy with a lot of the stuff. My friend does marathon running and cycling long distance, takes no supplement, has very good ejection fraction and resting heart rate 38. When sleep, does exercise, not help ejection fraction. He sprints very hard, Maurice. That's good. Like some people can do it, but it's a hit and miss. It's a hit and miss. How every person would react different than others, right? It's a hit and miss. It's all about maintaining that. The hills are very tough, like and that's the only reason I do it maybe once or twice, and that's it. That would be my exercise. And I time myself for how long is it taking me to actually go up the hill, and that's all I need. Horse riding is a workout, so healing even if just groom. Carnivore all the way. I'm starting soon too. Sounds good. So let's do this. Month of June for pure carnivore. You're lucky, Maurice. Toronto is a concrete jungle. It must be nice to breathe clean air every day. Oh, 100% it is. It's pretty amazing being out here. But keep in mind, I've only been here, right now about a month so far. Trying to finish my little tiny house. And in the winter time, I'm hoping if I finish the water line and get it all going so it doesn't freeze, I'll definitely stay here in the winter. Would love to. Sorry, guys. Gotta respond to a quick WhatsApp message for one of my patients. Give me a sec, because I can't respond on the phone. I've said before, you live in my dream hoop. Hey, you're more than welcome to come and visit D. As soon as I have my little retreat house, and you guys all can come and visit 1 week at a time. I know it's gonna be a long distance of travel, but it is worth it. Maurice, any supplements help recovery rate? You're right. HIIT is best training. You're right. Long distance running make you weaker too. I like doing it in nature. I know make weaker a lot of heart constant. Any supplements to help with recovery? Yes. So one of the best thing you can do to help with recovery. You're packed already. Sounds good, D. So anything to help with the recovery, D-ribose, creatine, and if you want fast, you need like a fast glucose uptake. Fast glucose uptake, I hate doing this, but sometimes you have to. you'll have to take about maybe 10, 15 grams of pure dextrose. That's a pure glucose. And that would actually help with the recovery quite fast. Now, if you want something even better after, you can actually add or throw in a 3 grams of leucine, but you'll have to add some collagen with it because what happened is you need some type of protein with it alongside. Wi-Fi 7 is out, 9 gigabytes. Hey Maurice, how are you and how your day? Feeling great as always. Beautiful weather. Heavy rain. Heavy rain today. Hasn't stopped yet. Yes, I see Dextrose. Eddie Abu says bad things about it. Do you know Eddie Abu, Maurice? Do you think of him? Yeah, I know the guy very well. You know, it's funny. He comes from a bodybuilding background, which is, a lot of the bodybuilders back in the days they used to shove anything and everything in their gut, right? Anything and everything, and they used to take supplementation, everything. Now he's finally, after his retirement, he started doing his social media and he focuses more on a clean, healthy food. He's recently got into the carnivore and some raw eating, which is, a lot of people been doing for years and years, right? And I've been doing myself for more than 10 years and it works great. Yes, there is supplements I don't really take. I don't really touch, like whey protein and other things. But certain things we do require it, and that's why there's some companies, even when they're producing honey, and honey has glucose and fructose, and we know fructose is very hard in the liver, and it has to take time to actually convert. So some companies are even extracting fructose out of honey so you can get it as being a pure dextrose, pure glucose. But dextrose is the only option. Even though dextrose is actually fermented from corn or beets and it's actually derived from it, sometimes we still need it. We're using it for specific things. Why you do not take whey protein, Maurice? You used to have it on your old videos. I used to have it in my old videos, and I did a lot of studies into it. And most of the companies I was using, I used to trust and everything. But recently, when I started looking at their certificate of analysis and seeing some of the stuff they actually infuse in that whey protein, kind of got me to come off of it. And just did not really like some of the ingredients that were actually infusing with it. But there was only like one or two companies I used to like to take their product, was working really well, found a huge difference, but their prices went up and their certificate of analysis changed, which is I didn't really agree with. Is carnivore good for heart patients? Well, I've been on it for 10 years. Obviously, yes. You could also bury fiber optics between buildings. Ever looked at medical medium? I do look at it once in a while. If you recommend any whey protein, which one would you recommend, or is none fully healthy? Oh, there is some. There's one by, it actually comes from New Zealand. It is grass-fed, comes from a grass-fed cow and stuff. I'll have to get you the name. It's not cheap. They charge roughly about $120, I believe, for like a 5-pound bag. That was one of them that I used to take, and the prices went up. It used to be like in the low 100. It went up to about 120, and the prices are very, very expensive now because of the import. Yeah, so anything cheaper than that for a 5-pound bag, anything cheaper than 120 or $100, you're getting yourself into a product that is not could be very shelf stable and it could have many issues in it. I have a stent. Does that mean my life is shorter than normal? I have 6 stents, laugh, so don't worry about it. And don't think of it that way. Stents means nothing. All it is just opening your arterial system because you have soft plaque. Once you fix your soft plaque, you should be fine. How many magnesium is recommended for man daily? It could be anywhere between 600 to 1200 milligrams. So it just varies. Guys, I'm gonna stay here for another 5 more minutes, and we'll call it a day. But I hope you guys can get a chance to actually sign up to my upcoming video for the webinar. Would be great. What supplements for connective tissues? Um, I wouldn't be using a supplement. I would be using peptides. Maurice, what did your clients info did they get from Gary Breckus? Silly test and sell people his own supplements. It's all money making. Oh, 100%. So the silly MTHFR testing where you can actually get for a fraction of the price from 23andMe, and I can actually do the analysis for you. And yes, supplementation that probably made in China that you could actually order from iHerb and other places for a fraction of the price. So the webinar is going to be in regards to cardiovascular disease, cholesterol, processed foods, LDL specifically, because I get a lot of individuals asking me about these specific things. So I thought this is going to be my first webinar. I did have to charge for it just because so I can cover the cost of booking the video and stuff, booking the room on Google Meet. And it's gonna be more of a testing for a full hour, and hopefully the connection is good and would actually hold up for at least 50 or 100 users. So we'll see how that goes, JD. Gary Brecka made Dana White eat healthy foods, no cheating, take berberine, B complex, and go on TRT. When then said I do this and this, but this course, yeah, it's insane. Like some of the stuff they do is it's a perfect pure advertisement, pure marketing. And he got the right people. And it's funny, one of my patients, he was actually going to spend $100,000 for his red light therapy. Like seriously, it's insane. It's insane. I will, Zisu. I will once I go fishing. I'm just gonna fix my kayak. I'm waiting for a nice sunny day so I can fix my kayak, and definitely want to take it out on the water. It's all regular. The dose of berberine is all related to your gut, because keep in mind berberine does actually have an antibacterial effect, right? And the antibacterial will actually prevent you from absorbing your food correctly. Sometimes you end up feeling bloated, or the food is sitting in your gut for a very long time. That's when you know you've taken too much. You either gotta take time off or actually reduce the dose. Maurice, would you ever do TRT when you are older? No, I don't think I will ever touch that stuff. No, I think there's a natural way of doing it, and I think we're all more of estrogen dominant because we consume everything in plastic. Once you actually fix the estrogen dominant issue, you don't need to ever go on TRT. And I believe you can do that with calcium D-glucarate, by even taking like zeolite and other products, and you can actually flush out all that excess estrogen. A natural way of doing it, once you actually flush out the estrogen from your body, one of the best way to do it is take borax. 1/8 of a teaspoon of borax with 1 liter of water. That gives you about 32 milligrams of boron daily. And boron, for male, it does increases our testosterone, and for female, it does actually enhance their estrogen. So that would be like a really good way. And of course, you can actually add vitamin D. Well, vitamin D is a hormone. Once you have proper intake of vitamin D, it should actually naturally boost up your testosterone. So there's a lot of ways of doing it. It just depends how much of a level you want. And I know there's a lot of people, a lot of guys out there, they want like a much higher level. They want to go in the upper 800 or 900, but going up that high could possibly cause an issue with your oxidization of your cholesterol, and or could be causing an issue with other things as well too, especially with your DHEA levels. Any side effects from boron, Maurice? I haven't come across any side effects. Even thought I was taking 32 milligrams, did it for 6 months straight. Had no side effects other than, better bone density. I was getting a lot of pain in one of my hand. That pain is gone completely. I was having a little bit of pain in my knee. That's gone as well too. But right now I'm off of it. I'm going to actually cycle off for about a month and go back on it again. But I was getting it directly from borax instead of taking boron, because taking boron, it gets very, very expensive, and you can actually finish a whole bottle in a week. and you're only getting like roughly about 6 milligrams. You have to take like almost 6, 7 capsules to actually feel a difference. But with boron, with the borax, I would actually mix bicarbonate, and I would actually add the trace minerals such as magnesium as well too. It's not whether you felt strong or not. I didn't have any more pain in some of the joints. And I know wear and tear from heavy lifting over the years does causes joint pain, lower back pain sometimes. You got knee pain. I didn't really like the taste of borax. So right now, since I've been off for about 2 months, kind of feel, I don't really miss it. But what I'm gonna try to do is I looked up some scientific literature, and it says that we only absorb roughly under 10 milligrams of boron per dose. So instead of taking the 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is 32 milligrams, and mix it with 1 liter of water, I was gonna take the 1/8 of a teaspoon and actually cut it up into like 4 doses, and maybe mix it with the food or mix it with coffee or anything like that, and see if I do get the same effect or not. If I do get the same effect, then that's what I probably do moving forward. Crystal, send me a message. I'll see if I can respond today. If I'm not too busy, it would be great. Guys, I do have to get going. But maybe I'll come back later on if it's gonna continue raining and it's foggy like this and we can't go outside, me and Duke, then definitely maybe we'll come back again. In the meantime, you guys have a nice, happy Sunday and happy Father's Day to everyone out there. And we can definitely chat again. Cheers, guys. Take care, Marek.